Hello again everybody, welcome back to the channel. And it's 9 o'clock on Wednesday morning and Chris and I have come down to Chesil Abbotsbury, a bitty ways past the T. And today we've got a weather window of sorts. We could have been down yesterday when it was really calm, but commitments meant we couldn't. So the wind is going to pick up today, probably by about tea time. So we've come down relatively early and we'll fish until we can't anymore. Low water is about 2:30 this afternoon, and we've been to see Aaron at Abbotsbury Angling and got some fresh blacks, and we got some Bristol Channel low lug and some English squid which Chris caught last week, and that's about it. Oh, and a tiny bit of mackerel as well, just to tip off the baits if we want to. Sea has got a tinge of colour to it, quite a nice spring tide, so we're hopeful of a cod. Just fish probably 3-foot pulleys, size 1 Darragh saltwater champions, probably nothing too huge, probably a 6-ounce grip. I'm keen to get going, so I'll join you in a minute. There we go then. Half a dozen Bristol Channel lug, tip of squid, size 1s, 6-ounce lead, 3-foot pulley. Shouldn't have to cast too far. Sometimes the cod are quite close. So I'm just going to lob this one. Bit of a fallacy that you've got to lob it out as far as you can on Chesil for the cod. They can be very close in, sometimes only about 40 yards. But 2 rods you can vary the distances a bit. No? Oh, there's a bite. By far one.
Oh yeah, that's a better one.
Not a bad whiting. Yeah, that's alright. That's a keeper, isn't it? Whiting are delicious to eat, so he's coming back with us. You in? Saw the bite though. That coddy! Get in there! There's a cod! On the black lug, was that?
Yes.
How far?
Close.
Close?
Yeah.
Excellent! well then. That's a proper bait. Should do the trick. No, missed it.
Had no worms at all.
Really? What, the blow lug?
Yeah.
Or it just destroyed it, had they?
Destroyed it.
Yeah, there's quite a few fish out there, I think.
Yeah.
Not there though. Nothing on that. Well, I've been here about an hour and a bit. There's about 5 whiting. Nothing as big as the first one I got. And that codling for Chris. Well, we lost the tide now, so it's probably not going to pull until an hour or so before low. So probably expecting a bit of a quiet period now. This tide is everything on Chesil. The conditions look good, but that wind is definitely increasing in strength. If we keep baits out there, I think the prospects are good. Cod?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Or a biggest whiting.
Is that on the black lug again?
Right?
On the black lug again? Oh, right. You had me all excited there.
Well, first bite in a while.
Yeah.
I thought,
Never mind, there's still fish. Well, as you can see, it's getting a bit lumpy out there. Currently, hour and a half before low. The bites have dried up somewhat in the last sort of half, 3/4 of an hour. Chris unfortunately has forgotten his coat and waterproof trousers, which isn't great. He's feeling a bit cold at the moment. Slack. That's a fish. Definitely a fish. Difficult to see the bites, but that definitely went over there. It feels reasonable. I did. I did indeed have a bite, sir. I don't know. Let you know in a minute. Whoa! Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh. Oh. Jesus. Wind is getting up and up. How is the Hobbit hole?
Bloody cold.
Oh dear. There you go.
Thank you very much.
That's alright.
That's 20 miles an hour. It's horrible. Really bright.
And you've got no waterproof trousers and no top.
No, it's in the garage.
Lovely.
But since he's got up, we've had virtually no bites at all. Lovely when we started.
Yeah.
Gone.
Well, we've got low in about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So
hopefully we'll get a bit of tide because there's just no tide out there.
there is no tide, no.
Pretty unpleasant.
Like you say, I can put up with conditions like this if you're getting bites, but when it's like this and you're not getting bites, or eels.
What eel?
Wild indeed. Oh, another eel, I don't believe it. Oh. My cup runneth over. What are the odds of getting the girded in this? Did you see the bite? No. That's crazy, isn't it? Very lumpy. Oh, it's a pout, another species. A pout.
We have to get one.
Yeah. Good big size pout as well.
Yeah,
It is pretty horrible now. Cold and a really strong wind. I'm going to give it another half hour just to dark and then pack it in, I think. Especially as Chris is not prepared for this weather, unfortunately. But what I'll probably do, we're coming down next week, so I'll probably tag this video onto the next one. We will have slightly calmer conditions next week, and also to hopefully catch a few more fish to show you. Well, that's it for this session. The weather has defeated us, unfortunately. Not pleasant at all. Hopefully next week we'll do better. Bloody hell. Huh. Well, here we go. A few days after our previous visit in that horrible southwesterly, and in between that time we've had Storm Darragh, which has ravaged the country. It's now Tuesday, so 2 days after the storm ended, and we've come back to pretty well the same spot we were last week. And what a change in the conditions. Now, instead of that southwesterly, we've got a northeasterly, so it's pretty well changed 180 degrees. And as you can see, the sea has flattened off. There is still a bit of a swell out there, but the sea, as you'd expect, has still got some colour to it. Whoa! You set up too close in a swell like that. We've struggled to get bait, to be honest, after that stormy weekend, so we've managed to dig a few local lug, and John at Real Fun in Portishead has managed to grab us a few lug and rag, and we've got some English squid, so that's what we're going to be using today. And it'll just be interesting to see whether, you know, a 180 degree switch in the wind has any effect on the fishing, whether it's better or worse. Certainly I'll be able to cast further, that's a given. And we've got high water in about an hour, and it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to fish probably until mid-evening. We'll just see how it goes. Certainly quite chilly, about 6 or 7 degrees with a wind chill about 0. Anyway, let's get set up. Usual tactics, same as last time. Right, let's get to it. Right, first cast about to go out. Blow lug with a strip of squid. Watch this. It's not too bad. Be a bit careful of that. Should be a bit of tide pulling at the moment. Oh yeah, it's pulling quite hard to the left. Good. Settled in there. Perfect. Right then, let's get the other rod set up. Another chunky pout, and Chris has got one as well. There's a load of pout out there. Oh, yeah. Pout, I would say. Well, I think we've had about 5-6 casts each, and there's only been one cast that hasn't produced a pout or an eel, so there's lots of fish out there. Just hope that a codling or something better takes the bait before the pout, or if it's a small enough pout, something significant takes the pout. Oh, it's a whiting. That's a change. A little whiting, Chris.
Right.
Just for a change. We could do with a big one, couldn't we? You in there?
Yeah.
I might just try a sort of a 30-yard cast with the next one rather than blast it out there.
Yeah.
Another whiting.
Yeah.
That feels better. I think it's a cod though. No nodding. There are a heap of fish out there today. Doesn't seem to matter if you put lug or rag on or whatever. Oh, that's swimming, that is. Look at the size of that pout. That's a big pout. You thought it was a cod? Yeah, so did I. It swam left. I thought, oh, that's got to be well over a pound. Boat out there's dragging a trawl, unfortunately. Doesn't help. What's he got there now? He's interested. He thinks it's more than a pout. He's playing it very carefully. It's a dogfish. First of the day. Well done. We wondered where they'd got to.
Yeah. What's he got? A whiting?
Oh, right. Oh no, that's that. See,
Your line.
have I caught him?
Yeah, you have.
Oh no, I don't believe it. What a stupid seagull.
Well into your line.
Oh no. Come on, mate, off you get.
This will be a good fight.
He's off.
Good thing.
God, dear me.
Back up.
A hell of a bite.
Yeah, it was. That's what we want.
Oh dear me.
Good bite.
Best bite today.
Best bite of the day. And the heaviest. They're pretty big when you wind them in.
Well, I say I hooked one on. Funny enough, I hooked one on the wing a couple of months ago. I had a hell of a job. It wrapped right round. I had to put my towel over its head to stop it from pecking the hell out of me.
Yeah.
He got away all right.
Yeah.
Come on, you bugger. You didn't want to come in, Chris? It's a big eel, I think. Or relatively big. I don't think it's huge, but it's got a good bend in the rod. Oh, he's off, thank God for that. Right there he came off.
Was it an eel?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I saw it.
About 5 or 6 pounds, I would say. Well, having just lost that conger close in, next cast I brought in about £1/2 pound whiting, which had been absolutely destroyed by something rather large, a big eel obviously. So I'm going to put a big squid bait out there with some bigger hooks, a 3/0 and a 4/0 circle at the top on the pulley. Let's see if that produces a big eel. I've got to say, I think the chances are high that I'll hook something. But with this many pout and whiting about, you've got to think that the big eels are very active at the moment. It's got about 45 minutes of daylight left. Still catching the pout virtually every cast. This is a big eel. Taking the squid. God, that's a big fish. Oh God, I'm not going to get this in, I think. Bloody hell. Chris, this is a really big eel, this is. Ooh. He doesn't want to come in.
How big an eel?
I don't know, it's the biggest eel I've ever hooked.
Squid.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good bend in the rod, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell.
10-pounder.
Oh, it's more than that, I think. Can't make any line on it at the moment.
Come on.
He is slowly. Oh, he's a beauty.
I hope he's well hooked.
Yeah. Oh,
Exactly off otherwise, isn't he?
he is. Well, I would say he's probably well hooked, but
He's 52 or what?
oh,
You need a bit of that dumpy surf to wash him 20 yards behind you. Like last week.
yeah.
I like it when he gets to the surf.
Oh, look at him going there.
And it suggests he's not got it right in, so it's not nice and hooked. A beast.
He is a beast. Oh, you can see him, can you?
Just in that way. Flips his tail then.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
He's a beast.
He's a bit of a beast, isn't he?
He's not huge.
Well, I don't know. Ooh.
I'm not hanging off.
I don't know, Chris, that's a pretty big bloody eel, I reckon.
He is quite big.
Can you grab him in? Hang on.
How safe are your hooks for me to...
Oh, I don't know, Chris. Oh, I don't know, that's a...
Oh, he's off.
He's off.
He's off. Snap the hook. You can grab it if you want. I think it'll be...
That's it. No, he's gone.
20.
It was a big eel.
Yeah, he was 20. Good 20. Snapped the hook.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
60 pounds.
Yeah.
He was a good 20.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I don't think he made 30.
I don't know how you get those in.
No.
That was a bit of excitement, wasn't it? That was a big eel. I don't know whether as Chris touched my shock leader that counts as a catch or not. It was an easy 20, I would say. Although I do find it hard to size them. Good fun. I've got some £100 braid. I wonder if I should put that on my hook length and see if that holds. Anyway, it's nearly dark now, as you can see. Low water's in about 3 hours. I think we'll give it till low. Well, we're well into darkness now. Continuing to catch whiting and pout. But there's no tide at the moment. Low water's in about an hour and a half. So hopefully it's going to start pulling to the right in the next half hour or so, which is our best chance, I think, over low water for a cod. Persisting with whole squid on the right rod, lug on the left. There's still time. Just getting lots of these at the moment, unfortunately, rather than the cod we want. They're a good sized pout though, but not the required species. Well, rather fitting that we should end the video with yet another pout. I've lost count of how many we've caught today, along with dogfish, whiting, and of course numerous eels. But that big one I lost there right at the death was something else. That was great fun. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the 2 videos we put together for you. The cod are very thin on the ground. I mean, Chesil is an early beach for cod. We caught quite a lot in August and September and even October, but the nearer you get to Christmas, the more elusive they become. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the videos, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers everybody, tight lines.